Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Jesus, that's a mouthful, isn't it? I wonder who decided to name this game that. I'm just going to call it Fallen Order. So Fallen Order deserves so much more recognition than it originally received. I understand that when it first launched, it had a lot of bugs, which is probably why it's so overlooked. There's a reason why I tend to wait on games before I spend money on them. Nowadays, pretty much every big release has issues. Also, on another note, this game is available via Xbox Game Pass and EA Play, which you can essentially pay $5 for a month, play through the game, and then cancel your subscription, which is exactly what I did. Hey, don't judge me. I love finding ways to spend as little money as possible on games. I finally decided to pull the trigger on Fallen Order when it was patched for the PS5 to run at 1440p 60 frames per second. And man, I am glad I waited to play this game. Right now, it's in a great state. It does still have some bugs, but they are few and far between, and there isn't anything game-breaking. I'm going to preface my thoughts by saying that I am a huge Star Wars shill, and I can find pretty much anything good to say about anything Star Wars related. Well, except for Attack of the Clones. Also, the gameplay footage you're seeing is relatively spoiler-free, with the first part being the start of the game and the second part being the challenges you unlock after you beat the game. And if you want to stay completely spoiler-free, avoid the game trailers because they spoil a huge reveal at the end of the game. Honestly, I wish I wouldn't have known because I would have gone nuts. The only reason why I couldn't avoid the trailers is because on the commercials for this game when they were marketing for it, it spoiled at the end of it. I couldn't avoid it, but don't look up any trailers. All right, so first off, the story and the characters. The story takes place between episodes 3 and 4 and is engaging and simple at its core. Essentially, you're a Jedi that has survived Order 66 and are tasked to find a Jedi holocron that contains a list of Force-sensitive children. You meet new characters along the way, and I actually cared about them. I really like the main character Cal and his droid companion. On to gameplay. I really enjoyed the core gameplay as well. Contrary to other Star Wars games featuring lightsabers, you can't just run through every enemy that you come across. This game is very Souls-like, where you have to dodge, block, and parry enemies to defeat them. You face a huge variety of enemies like stormtroopers, droids, and creatures, small and large. If you die, you lose all of your XP, you gain that life, and you respawn back at your last meditation point. Then you have to hunt down the enemy that killed you in order to get back that XP. The skills that you unlock via the skill tree are actually useful and essential to defeating tougher enemies and progressing throughout the game. There are only a few skills that I came across where I didn't use them at all. Believe it or not, though, there are no microtransactions in this game, with the exception of the deluxe edition upgrade, which is, to me, insane for an EA game. They could have easily done it too because all the collectibles you unlock are cosmetic. They are used to customize the look of Cal, BB the droid, the ship you travel in, and your lightsaber. They could have hid the coolest stuff behind a paywall, and they didn't, and I give Respawn huge props for that. It's one of the few games out right now that you get what you pay for, which is a super solid Star Wars game and just an overall great action adventure game in general. This game is essentially a mix of Uncharted with the platforming and Dark Souls with the combat. The only thing I really have complaints about are there's a few technical issues. That and the load times are a little bit long, like especially for a game that you die so much in, it's a little bit annoying having to wait to get back into the game. I had this game installed on my PS5's solid state drive and it still had long load times. Also, there's a little bit of micro stuttering when you go into different areas of different worlds, but nothing that's like too crazy. It only lasts for like half a second, but it is noticeable. Other than that, awesome game. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I also stream on Twitch. I am, however, taking a break right now to focus on YouTube. Links to that and all my other info are going to be below in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all on the next one.